Hello and welcome to the upload for Monday the 10th of February. Today on the show there's a bunch of mobile shenanigans and a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, and those two things might be linked, unfortunately, but you'll see. Okay, starting with the thumbnail, and yes, there might be a new Crash Bandicoot game on the horizon, but it's probably not the one you're expecting. Twitter users JumpButtonCB and Motwera took a deep dive and uncovered an online listing for a Crash Bandicoot mobile game. But bear with me, this could work. Developed by Activision's mobile studio King, the developers behind Candy Crush, the game will take heavy cues from the endless runner genre. The full description also reveals a bunch of fun additional elements such as base building and side challenges. It's important to note that this doesn't kill the potential of a proper Crash sequel. If anything, it helps it. Activision have wanted to make their mobile apps a companion to their main games. Just look at Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal, for example. So this mobile installment is likely leading to a proper game in the future, but staying with PlayStation, and an official PS5 website has launched. That's literally all the information on that one. Moving on, and one of the pillars of the Gears of War franchise is moving on over to calm the pits of hell in Diablo. Rod Fergusson, who has overseen the entirety of the Gears series, announced that he'll be leaving his dev team, the Coalition, to helm the Diablo franchise for Blizzard Entertainment. Diablo 4 is set to be the company's most important game in a long while. After the Blitzchung controversy and less than warm welcome to Diablo's mobile announcement, it's understandable they'd want a strong studio head in charge of the new installment. Diablo 4 is set for release later this year, so fingers crossed it sticks the landing, or at least better than Warcraft 3 Reforged did. If you're out of the loop, Blizzard dropped a supposed remaster of Warcraft 3 last month, set to bring together the base game and its expansions, along with revamped graphics and online capabilities. Everyone should love that, right? Yeah, no. In a basic sense, the game functioned in a way it never did, and a lot of promises were broken, so fans were rightly not impressed. So Blizzard have since come out and said, if you want a refund, you can have one, no questions asked. Which I guess is the right thing to do, but I just feel like fan backlash is getting too strong. First Sonic, now this. I guess it's the right thing on both accounts, but man, fans have a little bit too much power. But moving on to mobiles now, and you might need to make some room on your phone for some games you'll never play. Ubisoft have announced that they've acquired a 75% share in Calibri Games, with a full takeover of 100% planned over the next few years. Calibri Games are the devs behind both Idle Miner Tycoon and Idle Factory Tycoon. Ubisoft Mobile Executive Director Jean-Michel Detoc stated, "We are strengthening our idle games profile with this acquisition." So it's clear that Ubi want to go down the path of idle games. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of clickers and idle games, but someone who can't leave their thumbs alone is Joshua. Joshua, why are you such a big fan of idle games?
I just freaking love watching numbers go up. I think that's basically it. Seeing a number increase over time sort of like gives me some dopamine hit or something. It's really bizarre. I don't know why.
That does sound like one of those
really
weird
exciting
chemical balance things that, yeah, you can't explain, but it's just, it just hits you.
At the moment I'm playing the PewDiePie Pixelings game.
Yeah.
And pretty much the most exciting part of that is I'm hoarding energy. So it says I should have like maximum 32 energy, but I've currently got 750 or something energy.
Right.
Because I'm just hoarding it, and I love watching that number go up. Even though I am playing it, I'm playing less than the amount of energy that I can accrue every day. So I'm just like, that number going up is making me excited. It's bizarre. Like, I don't know what it is. Obviously, one of my favorite franchises being Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
There's been a couple almost built into Assassin's Creed games in the past.
Totally.
I think it was Brotherhood. There was one where you kind of like hire a whole bunch of assassins. Then you could go to certain parts in the map and take contracts, and you would send those assassins that you've hired to take on those contracts in another part of the world.
Yep.
And so you literally just have to sit and wait. It's an idle game in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go back to like the carrier pigeon place where you take those contracts, you can see the result of that, and you get money and experience and a whole bunch of things. And again, that's just numbers going up. But I can see them doing that in a mobile, like, idle format.
See, I was thinking of a game where you, like, level up a person to the point where they become a hostage in Rainbow Six Siege.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's not a very serious game, but it's like you just make them as easy to capture as possible.
It sounds so bizarre. And I guess in talking about console games potentially making an appearance on mobile, we have a game that is doing the opposite, going from mobile to PC and Switch, which I'm very excited about because it's such a beautiful game that I love. But I'm going to let you take it away, Will.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. This is my show, though, so goodbye, Josh.
Thanks, man.
Yes, that's right. Florence is coming to PC and Switch. This game has won insane amounts of awards, best mobile game at every award show possible, and it is all yours on Switch and on Steam and GOG for PC. But moving back to Ubisoft, and they're gonna keep on making video games. Surprisingly. During Ubi's latest financial call, the team announced that 5 AAA titles should launch before April 2021. For now, we know 3 of them: Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, and Rainbow Six Quarantine. What are the other 2? Well, I'm gonna say Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, considering they've skipped last year and this year. They're probably on their way. I'm a big Ubi fan, so I'm keen for some Ubi. It's the last time. I'm not gonna say Ubi again. There's no other Ubi in this script. Now imagine you're the only person in the world that can officially make Witcher swords. And then imagine sleeping. That is the dream of ARTUR Waisoki, who makes commissioned Witcher swords with the full approval of CD Projekt Red. The crafted weapons start at around $440 and range up to $1,000. But the best bit is they are each custom made to order. So if you want one, you best jump on the iron while it's hot and head to the description down below. But moving on to a segment which is incredibly work in progress, especially its title, it's the patch notes. Da, 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 da. Got a bit more voice this week. A new ally arrives in Smite on February 25th. Mulan will be joining the battle, packing a sword, spear, and bow with some seriously cool attack and movement abilities. Fortnite has begun its Harley Quinn themed challenge season with a Suicide Squad themed skin along with Bat and Mallet available to purchase in the shop, plus a challenge based unlockable skin inspired by Birds of Prey. Wargroov's Double Trouble expansion has arrived with a new co-op enabled story campaign, 2 new units in Thieves and Riflemen, alongside 3 new roguish commanders and a stack more. And finally, one of the weirdest updates, the MOBA Arena of Valor will be picking up a new playable character with Colonel Sanders. The KFC mascot is now available to slam his tasty popcorn chicken bouquet all over the battle. That was a lot of words. And finally, moving on to one of the coolest creations I've seen in a long while, it's the upvote. Eurogamer have used their Cyberpunk 2077 impatience for good, creating the game's unique look, feel, and gameplay inside of Fallout 4. You can check out the full breakdown of how it was all achieved, linked in the description below. But that is all the gaming news for today. If you enjoyed, remember you can hit that like button and subscribe for more stuff, and also, why not bring your friends and family over here to enjoy whatever just happened. Maybe they like screens, maybe they like games. But also, coming up this week on Edo, properly this time, I'll be reviewing the badassery that is Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipations of one Harley Quinn, as well as digitally sitting down with Josh for a sneaky spoiler cast on the film as well. But until the next video, thanks for watching, bye-bye. And I'm still here. There's 2 videos up there, subscribe button over there, the camera's ran out of battery 3 times. Amazing! Oh, that timing. Golden.